Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Love Without Borders, Season 1, Episode 4. We are looking at rings.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Love Without Borders, Season 1, Episode 4, We're Looking at Rings, I would rate this episode a C. Let me know down in the description bar, in the comment section, what you would rate this episode of Love Without Borders. So I'm going to be bringing the couples up on the screen. I am hoping that I can remember some of these names. And we're going to get into it. I'm hoping that everybody had a great day, that you have weathered all of the storms, whether or not you are in the snow. There has been, tornadoes, all kinds of things going on. Snow in was it Nevada? I think it was, or something like that. It's just been a hodgepodge of weather mess, okay? And I'm hoping that everybody finds themselves safe and sound. So let me put my glasses on so that I can bring up these couples. This has been a very interesting show. It is very slow moving right now. Very slow moving right now. So we're hoping that it's going to pick up. At least I'm hoping it's going to pick up because, honey, right now, it's a bit slow for my taste, okay? So let's bring up these couples. The first couple that we're going to be talking about is Philip and Carmen. Philip and Carmen are very interesting. In this episode, we saw that the two of them, are still attracted to one another, if you will. They realize that there is some attraction with one another, but they're still kind of feeling each other out. The two of them ended up going rollerblading, and she was saying that he was feeling her, and she was feeling him. And then later on, we saw the first glimpse that things are not as perfect as we had hoped it would be between the two of them. She was having a conversation with him, when they were resting. And she was talking about meeting Bob Marley's wife. And while she sat there and was sharing, her experience with meeting her, he told her and revealed to her that that was his godmother. And you could see the curiosity in Carmen, but you also could see that she was really suspicious about, okay, like, who is he? I guess she hasn't done her research on him. They haven't been authentic with one another. They're not giving first names, last names. They're not giving out any of that information because later on, the two of them have an argument because she said that she had asked him for his Instagram. And he said, I wouldn't even tell you my name. Like, I didn't even tell you my full name. So I certainly wasn't going to give you my Instagram because I didn't think it was time, to do that. And she says, well, I want you to know that I went out there and I found it myself. And he had already indicated in the previous episode that he was celibate. And so, she's thinking, I'm sexually attracted to him. I want to get to know him better, X, Y, and Z. He's withholding information. Now I find out that Bob Marley's wife is his godmother. And so, this has really opened her up to be like really, really curious about who and what he is. So she goes on to his Instagram site and they show us his Instagram site, and it is racy. She said that he had thirst trap pics and videos, and I guess he did because, honey, he don't have a problem with showing that tiger print. Like, he had so many pictures and videos of him showing the height, the weight, the depth, the okay, he was showing it all. And so they began to have an argument about it because she was like, you got thirst trap pictures and stuff like that. You in your underwear. And he was like, well, so do you. And then they showed her Instagram. She said that she's in a bathing suit because she lives by the beach. Well, your page would be considered a thirst trap pictures too. When you're in a bikini, just because you live by a beach don't mean you in a bikini all day. I mean, after all, you have a job, you got, other things, whoop-de-whoop and knick-knack and patty-rack and give a dog a bone. So it was completely hypocritical of her, in my opinion, to say something about his pictures when someone could say the same thing about her, that her pictures wasn't like, she was selling her jewelry or her clothing on it. They were showing thirst trap pictures for her as well. He was trying to talk to her and have a dialogue with her, and he felt like she kept cutting him off. And I agree to some extent that he was cutting her off. She just had a never ending dialogue. Like, I don't know if she even had a sentence. And every time he wanted to rebut or to say something, she would say, wait a minute, hold up. So I don't think the two of them gonna get along. Thank you so much. Just a matter of time. Hey, boo. Thank you for the $19.99 super chat. They both had sensual photos, but I was totally with Carmen when she pointed out he was in her house. She has a right to know who's using up all her cold water. I disagree, Tam. I totally disagree. This is part of the agreement that he's in her house. And if she wanted to know more information about the man that she's dating, she shouldn't have did this show, because this show is a mystery. And like, you meeting somebody just in a clear blue, and when he feels comfortable, he should be able to tell her who he is and what he is. I disagree. I totally disagree with that. But you my boo. That's my Tam Tam. But she, she doesn't have a right to know anything that he does not want to tell her. And if she had an issue with that, she can't have an issue with that because neither one of them even knew who was coming and where they were coming from. They trusted a matchmaker to put them together. So I don't think she has the right to it, but I respect what you said though. I respect what you said. The next couple that I want to talk about, let me see if I could bring them up. No, that's the same. No, where they at? I still ain't clean this. Dana and Brian, they are getting along marvelously. Bitch, but I'm sitting back here, y'all, and I am waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't know why. I just think something is going to come out somebody's closet, up out the grave. Like, I am so scared about that shoe dropping. They just getting along too well. Like, of course, she's in Ireland, right? Because that's where he lives. And they are shopping, they're walking around, they're sightseeing, they're looking at windows, jewelry and stuff like that. He was talking about the ring and all that, and they just are smitten with one another. Now, the last time that we talked to her, she said nothing happened. And I don't believe nothing still has happened between the two of them. They went into this little bubble that, was made out of wire and it had lights on. It was very romantic. And the two of them sat and gazed into each other's eyes and made small talk, and they were kissing and everything. And it was like, oh my God, you could see the passion just building between the two of them. Last week, when she went out to the farmland with him that he owns, she told him that he needed a wife. This week, she's saying that she could see herself in the future, living on a farm and all that kind of stuff. And everything is going along marvelously. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm so suspicious. I don't know about y'all. Let me know in the damn comment section. I'm waiting on the other shoe to drop with this couple. I am so waiting on the other shoe to drop. It's just going on. It's too smooth. Love is in the air, yes, but where's the caution? Where is the apprehension? Where is just a little bit of insecurity? Like, why aren't we talking about those things right now? So I don't know, y'all. I'm keeping hope alive, but bitch, I'm not a bit more. I'm not confused about that there's gonna be something going on with them. I'm just saying, I'm hoping it's not. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the $1.99 super chat. She just wants a house to live in. Hashtag van life. Okay. I just think that she's smitten with him, and I think that he's smitten with her, and I think that excitement is in the air. But, a lot of things are born out of adversity, y'all. And I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop with them. I just don't trust the fact that this is going to go as smooth as we believe it is. The next couple that I want to talk about is Gerline and is his name Sharon, something like that. Now, as we all know, he has been living with his parents. Last week, they went to a party over at a friend's house. She was drunk. Okay, everybody was drunk, right? They all was in the club getting twisted. So today we see them, getting up in the morning at his parents' house, and the two of them are looking for somewhere to live. His sister is in the living room with them and having a conversation. he is trying to discuss, what happened last night. And she was so drunk, she does not remember being rude AF in these people's home. She does not remember picking up dishes, despite the fact that everybody was asking her not to. She don't remember anything that happened. And when you get that drunk, first of all, you just met dude. Okay, let's just go ahead on and keep it a buck. Okay, she just met him. How are your defenses and your guard not up still? You don't know him. You fresh off the plane, boo. You still got panties in your suitcase. You haven't even unpacked in this man's home, and you get that drunk that you don't know where you are and what you were doing. Never. Never. This bitch don't remember. What? When she said, I don't remember what I said, I said, girl, Thank you so much, Rachel, for the $4.99 super chat. I don't believe she doesn't remember. She said in her confessional that she was going to do whatever she wanted and clean up. Was this the confessional from this episode or the last episode? I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing it. But thank you so much, Rachel. I just think that she was twisted. She was really, really rude. And one thing that I notice about her is she doesn't understand the culture. It's like she ain't do any research whatsoever, because she up and down the street going to ride on a camel, and she got her shoulders out. And when in Rome, do as the Romans. I know enough to know that I'm not going to go to Dubai and not be appropriately dressed. So they had to wear hair wrap, because this hair wrap protects them from the heat of the desert and all that, while they're riding the camels. And the guy said women wear black. Now they had all these colorful wraps that you put on your hair and everything. And she was like, well, why I can't get one? So the guy, took the time out to educate her as to why she could not wear a color wrap. He said that those was for the men. He said, I hope you understand, these are the rules. And so she was like, yeah, I understand. But then under her breath, she said she doesn't understand. She thought it was stupid. And I'm saying that their culture is their culture, right? And so if he tells you to wear black, you wear black. But he gave her an orange one. And they got on the camels and they rode on the camels, and she started, enjoying herself and everything. She's just really uptight. The two of them, he decided to move out of his parents' house, which he said is a big step for him. And when they get into the apartment, she goes into a separate room. And I'm seeing two different sides of you, Girlene, because Girlene, you wanted to clean up dishes at somebody else's house, but here it is, you're now living with this man and you don't seem to want to do, I don't want to say the wrong fucking, I'm saying it. You don't want to do the feminine stuff or the stuff that a woman does. You ready to go to bed. And so he was like, I didn't think we were going to be sleeping in separate rooms. Now, I understand her sleeping in a separate room until she's comfortable with him. But what I don't understand is how you got drunk at a party around this same man. Bitch, I don't have no understand. I just don't have any understanding about how women carry themselves. She just seems like she's not sensitive. The two of them, she said, I want to sit on the sand, after they rode the camels. And he said, do you like the sunset or the sunrise? She said, I like the sunset because I like to gather my thoughts. And I need to, think about life and what I'm going to be doing. And I'm thinking, girl, you have left your fucking job, moved to Dubai, and now you thinking about what your plans are for next year? This is, it's just ass backwards. Like, she says one thing and then says something else or does something, and it seems quite contradictory to me. Like, I can't keep up with girling at all. I can't keep up with her. And I ain't liking her, frankly. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead on and be truthful about it. I don't like her ass. The next couple I want to talk about is Mael and Aaron. Now, Aaron is hyperventilating, bitch, because he is in Paris and he doesn't know anybody. He's in this small apartment. This is the first time that Mael left out of the apartment, and he's been there alone, and he's damn near having a panic attack. He doesn't, he said he doesn't like anybody. He doesn't know anybody. He's there alone. The apartment is small. He's trying to get accustomed to everything there. And so while he's talking, Mael sends him a text message, and that brightens up his day. Aaron at first kept saying, how he wasn't attracted to Mael at all, but now he's finding himself being a little bit more attracted to him. And I think it's because he needed to just have that little anxiety attack, get all of that off of his, off his mind, and so that he can start relaxing and trying to get accustomed to a new way of life. The two of them go out on a date, and Aaron gives him some flowers, and Mael is like, wow, that was nice. I've never had anybody to give me flowers. And then Aaron begins to talk about, his relationship with his mother. He gave us, his story about how, because Mael had asked him about, his past boyfriend, and he indicated that he was, liking this dude. And when he wanted to pursue something further with the dude didn't want that. And so he said, he called his mother on the phone to tell his mother, because he was so heartbroken, he needed somebody that he could talk to. And he said that, this was this is how he came out to his mother. And he said that his mother couldn't get past the fact that he had just revealed to her that he was gay. And so, they're working that out. And Mael gave his story about coming out to his father, who was upset with him. But after 2 years of working through it, getting past the shock and all of that, realizing that this is still your child, they he said that now he and his father are getting closer. And so it seems like Aaron is letting his guard down. He, tried some snails, and he really liked the taste of it. And he's been, Mael said that food is everything. And so when Aaron indicated that the food tastes like cheesecake to him, Mael got offended. Look, bitch, you didn't cook the food. Everybody's not going to like everything. And if he said it tastes like cheesecake to him, that's what he could closely relate it to. Do I think that Mael and Aaron are going to last? No. Because I think that Aaron is looking for a different kind of life. And I don't believe that he feels like he's going to be able to have that life living with Mael. I have a suspicion that he feels like he's given up a lot, walking away from his brother's business, moving to another place. Everything is so small and so tight. I think that Aaron really feels like I've given up a lot to be in this relationship, and I'm not willing to do that for the rest of my life. So I don't think that the two of them are going to last in this relationship at all. I think it's going to be interesting with the breakup because I think that Aaron really is, that Mael really is falling for Aaron. But I just don't think that this is going to last, y'all. That's my opinion. Last but not least, we got Naim. Naim has discovered that he is going to Panama. And he meets this young lady, and why the hell can I remember her name? I've been doing so good. I can't remember her name. Sandra. Sandra. Was it Sandra? Something like that. She's beautiful. She's an independent woman. She, is an executive. And he is a goofball. His jokes don't land, bitch, at all. And she is a woman who's straight to the point, enjoys a good laugh, but takes life much more seriously than that. And the matchmaker said that she put them together because he needs somebody like her to check him. But it's not a woman's responsibility to check and rehabilitate this man. He can't take anything serious. They introduce each other. They introduce themselves to each other. He tells her multiple times how pretty she is, and she's like, thank you. She thinks that he's handsome. And they go up, they look through the apartment. She puts him in a little kid's room, and I'm saying, where's the child? So I don't know if she dressed this room up like this for a niece or nephew that comes by the house often, but she has him in this little kid's room, and he's going to be there for 90 days. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. He's a tall guy, big guy, all that. So when they get back downstairs, she can't remember his name, and he says chocolate instead of just repeating his name. And she said, oh, you trying to go there with the, once you go black, you'll never go back. And, he's laughing at Kiki and at Kakan. I think that she is not going to want to carry him in this relationship. The jokes and all that, there is a time for everything. But this ain't the time. And it's so unfortunate because for me, I see a very insecure man who doesn't know who he is. He's feeling his way through the dark of his life instead of being, just step into the light. And I don't think that, like I said, I don't think she got time for all of them games. She has, dinner for him, and they eat it outside on her balcony. He's too tall, and so his legs is hanging off of her balcony. And they get a little good kiki and a little caca off of it. And, she has a couple of little jokes because she told him, I hope that the food that I'm serving you doesn't give you diarrhea. And he's like, why would you say that to a man who's just about to eat the plate of food? So, you can tell that, she wants a good giggle and all of that kind of stuff. But I think that once she finds out, this is my opinion, let me know yours in that comment section. I think once she finds out that one, he lives with his mother or his mother lives with him, that instead of being vulnerable and tapping into who he is as a person and who he is as a man, that's going to tire. She going to get tired of that quickly. And if I ask you a direct question, just answer it. You don't have to play all these games and come up with these little tight ass jokes in order to be with me. I think that she's going to require sincerity out of him and a little bit of vulnerability. Now, do you trust a person 100%? Absolutely not. Should he trust her with all of his information? Absolutely not. But at least stop it with the fucking jokes because they're not landing well. And when you're getting to know somebody, it's time out for the jokes. Period. I'm praying for Naim, but I'm not seeing it for this particular couple. Like, I'm not seeing it at all. But anyway, that is the end of my review of this episode. Again, I gave it a C. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this. This is a new show. We're only on episode 4, and so maybe it's going to get better on the by and month can buy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the room nice and safe for us. I love you all to pieces. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. Bye, y'all.